All right. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Wave, Eric.
Oh. Oh, there we go. I was looking. I didn't know when that started.
All right. Okay. Let's get this going over here. Right over here. All right. Ready? Here we go.
Talk show. Recorded live.
Hi, this is John Quinn. I'm the son of Fred the Ice Cream Man, retired Navy Senior Chief and the author of Someone Like Me. You're listening to Garden City Community Chat. And now here's your host and my good friend, Carrie. Take it away, Carrie.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GC Community Chat. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight is Wayne County Commissioner Richard LeBlanc, Dr. Tom Iwinski, and Mike Jones. This show is dedicated to the residents and businesses of Garden City, as well as the surrounding communities. Remember, we're working hard to promote our community and yours. Well, hello, Garden City and our surrounding communities. Hello to Westland, Dearborn Heights, Inkster, Redford, and Livonia. Hope you're all having a great evening so far. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You are listening to GC Community Chat, show number 269 for November 19th, 2015. This is Garden City's only live podcast where we share news you can use and promote our community and yours. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight is our favorite weather guy, Dr. Tom Iwinski, who he's been very busy monitoring this weather tonight. Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing tonight?
Awesome. And also former Garden City Councilman and longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones. Mike, how is it going?
Outstanding, Kerry, but I'm improving.
I think you said that last week, too. I wanted to mention that Richard had to take some time off tonight to take care of a few items before he starts his new job, which he was just elected to. But he will be back with us for our December 3rd show. So gone for now, but he will be back. Also, please mark your calendars that we will be off for the Thanksgiving holiday next Thursday, but we will also return on December 3rd, 8 p.m. right here on TalkShoe.com. Okay, we have another great show for you tonight. We will be welcoming first-time guests Eric Walls and Zach Victor, members of the band Coffin Cats, and also owners of ID Merch right here in Garden City, specializing in screen printing and embroidery. We'll talk to them shortly about both the band and the business. Also, Mike will be here with a few community announcements, as always, so why not sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and join us for the next 60 minutes or so. Should be a good one. Now, if you would like to be a part of the conversation here tonight, all you have to do is call 1-724-444-7444 and enter the call ID 82757 followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us in our chat room by going to TalkShoe.com and search for call ID 82757. That's going to take you right to our main show page where you'll click on a large join-in button and a window's going to open, sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your questions and comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. You can also text your questions to us at 734-788-9319. And if you can't join us live here tonight, we have that covered too. All our shows are recorded, so you can catch us later at your convenience, which several of our listeners do, by going to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GC Community Chat, where we'll be posting the audio from tonight's show when it's made available, usually about 30 minutes or so after we sign off. Or once again, just go to our main show page, and you'll find all 269 shows over there. And don't forget, we're also on iTunes. Just search for GC Community Chat. So we have you pretty much covered. And if that wasn't enough, Mike.
Yes, Gary.
We also are doing a live unedited video of tonight's show, so you can put a face with the voice, and that will be available tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. Please look for that. And while you're there, why not subscribe to the channel? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows and you won't miss any. Okay, before we go any further, let's get to Doppler Tom. We'll get him in here for an update about this crazy weather. And I'm also hearing a 4-letter word that I'm not liking. And then we'll introduce our guests.
Yeah. It's too bad Richard isn't here. He didn't like that word either.
Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Hey, Tom. Am I hearing snow?
I tell you, I heard Mike as that intro was going in. It is a good thing Richard is right here to listen to this whole segment, but we'll get through it. I mean, honestly, this week and this month has been crazy warm for this time of year. I mean, this time last year, we weren't even near the temperatures that we were at. So we've been very, very lucky. And as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end, and it's coming to an end. But as I said, this week we've been in the 60s. But we did see some rain yesterday, but we always could use the rain because you never know when there's a drought coming around the corner. But I don't really see one. But as we get into the rest of tonight, those skies are now clearing, and we're going to get cold again tonight. We're probably going to go below freezing. So if you have any outdoor plans, you definitely need to bundle up out there because it is going to be cold.
Yeah.
And as we get into Friday, it is going to be a sunny start out there. But as we were saying, as the storm system begins to move towards the region, the clouds are really going to start increasing as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. And as we get into Friday night, those clouds are really going to be around the area, and we'll get into some more of that system. I do believe the majority of Friday night will be dry, but as we get into the early morning hours, we are going to see some snow flurries developing because we are going to be below freezing. This is a very complicated setup for us, but it is going to be a quick setup too. But it isn't the worst setup that we have been in. But there is some good news, and I'll get into that. But like I said, we are going to go below freezing on Friday night, and we will see some snow flurries start to develop. As we get into Saturday, that is when the tricky part becomes relevant, and it will develop when the heaviest precipitation shield moves in. That will dictate our precipitation type, because we are going back and forth between rain and snow throughout the day on Saturday. But during the morning hours, if that precipitation band moves in during the morning hours, that will hold down the temperatures, and we will be dealing with more accumulation of the snow. But if that precipitation shield waits until and moves in during the afternoon hours, then we will probably see those temperatures rise up above freezing, and they'll probably go above freezing regardless. But if they go above freezing a little bit more, then we'll probably see some rain begin to mix in, and that will obviously cut down on our snow totals. As of right now, I am not going to be talking about snow totals. I will be posting them to my website, so just go to my website. But the reason why I'm not going to talk about snow totals is because I honestly am not sure yet what the system is going to do. I'll know by tomorrow, but I don't know quite yet because the models are going all over the place, and wherever that storm system goes is where we will see less snow. If the storm system goes a little bit to the south, then some colder air will wrap into the system more than the models are saying now, and we'll get some more snow. But I will leave you with this. We will see accumulating snow on Saturday into Saturday night, and we will see more colder air, and I'll get into that now, because as we get behind the system on Sunday, the temperatures are going to be much, much colder than we have been dealing with. And as we get into Sunday, we won't get out of the 30s for high temperatures. We will be in the mid-30s for high temperatures. And then as we get into Sunday night, those temperatures could get into the 20s. And those wind chills will probably get into the teens as we get into Sunday night. But we do see a little bit of a rebound as we get into next week because of some changes in the wind direction. But it will start out as a cold week. And those temperatures will start into the 30s, and then as we get into the mid-portion of next week, it will get into the 40s. And by Thanksgiving, we'll actually be dealing with temperatures in the 50s. So that's a good turnaround as we get into later next
That's
week.
going to warm up then.
And as we get into late next week for the Santa Lan Parade, we will probably be dealing with temperatures in the 40s again. So it's not going to be overall a bad setup for the parade. It looks like right now it will be like a cloudy morning, so we'll see how that goes, because I don't really see any storm systems as we get into next week, except for this one that we're going to be dealing with Friday into Saturday. And as we expand outward across the United States, this storm system that brought us the rain yesterday, just some rain to us yesterday, has been causing a lot of problems all across the U.S. Severe weather has been a big problem across the plains and into the southeastern United States with a lot of tornadoes. And the Pacific Northwest has been very busy with these storm tracks as well, which is something we weren't really thinking that this pattern was going to set up for the winter. And now California in the Southwest is missing all the rain. and which they desperately need because of the strange pattern that has developed. And this pattern is going to continue. So the Pacific Northwest has been very windy, has been very rainy, and has been very snowy. They have been dealing with crazy winds all across the region. And, I mean, we've been dealing with bits and pieces of that windstorm, but nothing too crazy. I mean, it's been windy these last few days, but nothing too crazy to really worry about. But if you wanted to tune to the snow, just go to my website, DopplerTimesWeather.com, and you'll get all the details as it unfolds. And as I am comfortable of saying totals, I'm not comfortable yet to tell you totals because anything can change as we get overnight, because as that storm system actually moves on shore, the weather model completely changed. So it's a whole problem. I won't get into that, but if you want to keep into the weather, just go to my website, DopplerTimesWeather.com.
All right. Go ahead, Mike. You got something?
No, I just wanted to confirm. Tom's saying that the end of next week for the Santaland Parade and the Michigan-Ohio State game in Ann Arbor, where I'll be sitting outside for 4 hours. You're talking about temperatures in the 40s, but probably dry.
Yes, it is a bit early off that stretch, but it does look like it'll probably be dry.
All right,
but we'll get into that as we get into next week. Or is there a show next week or no?
No, that's why I was asking you tonight.
Yeah, we're
because
off next Thursday.
I couldn't wait till next week to ask because we're not on.
Well, I'm sure Richard loves this forecast that you just gave him.
Yeah. Knowing his affinity for cool
we've been lucky, Leslie, and he knows that too, so he knows.
Yeah, yes, he has. But the ground is warm as it is. I don't think we're going to get that much, though, right?
Well, I can't see it building up.
No, I can't see it piling up. But you're
It
the
all
expert.
depends on how heavy that precipitation falls. If the precipitation falls heavy, you could get that cooling down all the way to the ground. But I don't see a whole lot of accumulation on the roads, but definitely in the grassy areas.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, I guess.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's Michigan, right? All right. As I said earlier, joining us for their first appearance on GC Community Chat, please welcome Eric Walls and Zach Victor to the show. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, Eric, you and I, we go way back.
We do. We go paperboy back.
That's right. That's right. You're from Garden City. Zach, how about you? Garden City?
Garden City.
Born and raised?
From 13.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, same as me.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty
I was
much.
born and raised in South Rutherford, but I've been here 44 years, so this is home.
My family on both sides have grew up here.
Awesome. Awesome.
They both graduated from Garden City High School.
Yeah, cool.
East and West, huh?
My parents.
Yeah.
Okay. And your mics are on, right?
Yeah. Can you
Okay.
hear us?
Yeah.
Get up on
Yeah, I hear you.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to get up a little
Again,
closer.
relax there.
Yeah, actually, Eric, you live just down the street from us here.
I did, yeah. That's why I did used to bring you the paper. That is a true story.
Yep, we'll put a plug in for the Observer newspaper. We used to
There you
deliver
go.
the Observer.
I think I had these 3 blocks, Catherine, Leona, and Cherry Hill.
Right. Yeah, that was awesome. And then we met again when you went to Tony's at Garden City Cafe. You worked there.
I used to work there back when it was Vic's. Remember
Yes,
that? A while
yes,
back. And
yes.
I started there a long time ago through high school and all that. And then Tony bought it up.
Yeah, Tony, yeah.
So I was
and then
working ever since.
Zeph, and then Tony come back.
Yeah, and then Michael's there now. So
Yeah, and your brother Mike's there. Yeah, saw him there tonight. Tony had a great special there tonight, right?
yeah, I did the beans and pulled pork.
We'll give a little
Get a little shout out.
Little
He said-
shout out.
He said he might make a guest appearance tonight. So who knows? If
Yeah,
we're gonna pop
exactly. I
in.
told him, I said he's welcome to come, So, yeah, so we have a little bit of history. So let's talk about the band now. Zach, when and how did you guys get together?
June of 2003, got together with a buddy of mine. His name is Tommy. He was the original guitar player, and we started making some music. We needed a drummer. Throughout high school, Eric and I had been in various bands together that were just barely left the garage. So we would
Wow.
we would aspire to play the Token Lounge and
Okay.
Pharaoh's Golden Cup, which was next door to Token Lounge.
Okay, yeah.
We were allowed a token at that point.
But Eric came in and played drums for a little while, and then he left the band. We had another drummer and a series of member changes, and then was it 2007, I believe?
yeah, late 2006, I ended up talking to you. And
Yes.
Got back together.
Coming back together, yeah.
Yeah, remember how Tommy didn't remember who you were?
He started a band with a guy, and I ran into him at
Buffalo
Wild Wings, and I see
And
him.
you didn't know who you
I
were?
walked up to him, hey, Tommy, what's going on? And he
Was
gave
the
me
haircut
that-
different
you
or
know,
what?
No. You know when you look at a person, you're like, oh, you don't know who I am?
Yeah.
That's
That's crazy.
but it is Tommy, so.
So how many
Yeah.
members in the band?
3.
There's 3.
Just 3 of you?
Yep.
Okay. Make that kind of music, man, with 3 people. That's pretty good.
It's easier.
And your drums,
Upright bass.
and
Tommy's a guitar player.
lead guitar.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you all 3 sing
From time to time.
from time to time? You mostly lead singer?
I do most of it. Yeah. Tommy departed from the band in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2009, and we had different guitar players, and then we're going to have another personnel change.
Oh, really?
After the new year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What type of music do you play?
It's like punk rock, kind of a fast punk rock and roll kind of thing.
You could probably play all kinds, though, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
We're able
I mean,
to.
pretty flexible.
We've been playing music long enough where that we know what we can and cannot do. So it's
Yeah, I mean, I even used to play in a jazz band for
Oh,
extra money.
okay.
And,
Wow.
you know,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, the band has a large stand-up bass that usually throws people off, but he doubled up there.
Those are
playing
cool,
weddings
though.
and
I've
stuff.
seen them. I mean, I like the sound.
I
like
always
the sound.
love the sound of the instrument.
Always
That's what
like
led
that.
me to
Yeah.
want one and
Yeah, cool.
incorporate it into what we do.
So I got to ask you guys, where did the name Coffin Cats come up?
Actually, you can't tell, but I have a couple tattoos.
Okay.
And a good friend of mine, his name's Sam Wolf. He's a local tattoo artist. He actually works out of Signature Tattoo in Ferndale.
Okay. Give him a shout out.
Yeah, we were hanging out. This was back when I was 18, 19. We were hanging out, having some burgers, watching some horror movies, and we were started playing a game about making up band names.
Okay.
And he was like, "Well, I always thought Coffin Cats was cool," and I actually drew up a logo for it. And I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty cool."
He just
name.
pulled that out of the air?
He had it. He had it in his repertoire of,
Okay.
of band names. But,
Wow.
But a couple months later, it came about that the group of people I was playing with, I broke off from them and made another band, and I needed a name all of a sudden. So it was kind of like, "Hey, Sam, remember that band name that you came up with that was really cool that you already
Wow,
had
you
the
got to pay
artwork
him
for?"
royalties or anything?
No, he just gets all the credit.
He comes over and hangs out with us every Monday. It's
Oh,
his
that's
day
cool.
off at the shop.
That's cool.
He's been a long time, very good friend of ours, and he
He
contributes.
said, go ahead,
Yeah,
use it.
yeah. He said, "Oh, I'm not going to use it. You go ahead." And
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Tony from GC Cafe is here.
told ya.
How you doing?
How are you guys, Tony?
Hi, nice to see you.
See you, Tony.
You're on video. Wave to everybody.
Hi, everybody. It's like these. It's so nice to be so close to the shop.
Yeah. So anyway, grab a seat over there, Tony, if you want. Pull it over there. Sit in between if you
In the
want.
middle. You're the pretty one. In there.
So we were talking about Coffin Cats, the name, how you got the name, how that come about.
Yep. So basically, I stole it. No.
No, we give him all the credit. He gets all.
Yeah.
the
No.
That's
It's
good.
it's always.
There's no deep meaning.
Yeah, there's
respect that.
It was, hey, that sounds cool. It sounds like a name you've heard 100 times before, and how come nobody else has this?
Yeah, really. Yeah, it is. It is catchy. And then it's with a K. We have to mention it's Coffin with a K, Cat with a K.
Just for a twist.
Just for a twist, something different.
Trust me, to this day, they still screwed up on the billboards.
Oh yeah.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And you guys been together since what, 2003?
Yes.
Okay. And you describe your music as
It's rock and roll at its very core, but it's also it can be kind of sing-songy, melodic, and sometimes aggressive. So
Okay.
punk rock style.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mosh pits.
There are mosh
there are
pits,
mosh pits.
yes. But there are also people dancing at our shows. So we
Okay.
cover the whole spectrum.
Awesome. So you're really flexible. So you've toured a lot. You've toured a lot in Europe. What parts of Europe?
Everywhere
All over?
everywhere that you can go that you don't have to worry about being kidnapped.
Yeah, I think when we did 2012, we did a 90-day tour in Europe, and I think we counted 25 countries while we were there in that 90 days.
Wow.
Going through. So, I mean, everywhere I think on our list left is Russia, Iceland,
Yeah.
Portugal. Funny
Yes.
enough, we've been all through Spain, and we get really
And
close,
that-
but we've never gone into it.
That's got to be exhausting. I mean,
It-
or are you just
it's-
so hyped up that
it's you keep your
Adrenaline?
head you keep your head in the game because we always have anybody who ever came out on the road. I always told them, I said, hey, you're gonna miss your bed, you're gonna miss
Yeah.
you're gonna miss your toilet, you're
Living
gonna miss
out of a
all
suitcase, right?
all your comfortable things that you have at home. The worst thing that you can do is dwell on it.
yeah,
So I always tell everyone, I was like, you're going to make yourself homesick. You keep thinking about that. All you need to think about is
doing the job, doing the concert.
Yes. And fortunately, in the history of this band, I've been very fortunate to work with people that can get in that mindset. We've had people that have come out on the road with us, to help with merchandise or just help move equipment, and they made themselves,
Mike, right?
yeah,
Mike does a good job.
Kind of a roadie, kind of a little roadie there.
yeah.
He's a quiet guy. So
Yeah.
he just-
Now, with only 3 guys, you probably don't have that much equipment, really. I mean, probably, well,
we don't have that much, but we have heavy equipment.
speakers and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine.
We have
yeah.
big equipment.
The big,
It's not
big.
that much, but
Yeah.
we need for there only be 3 people on stage.
Need
You need
some-
big equipment behind you to look cool. You know?
Yeah, and the louder the better, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool. So Europe, you toured, and we actually talked earlier before the show. You did a lot of shows in stateside. I mean, and then you kind of wanted to actually go to Europe to expand, right?
Yeah, it got to the point where we could only do so many North American shows, and Canada included,
Okay.
where we were, because what we were doing was living on the road. So we would come through, St. Louis 3 times a year, and it was just basically burning those markets out.
Yeah.
And the next step was, hey, we need to expand. We need to look to overseas. And it seemed like, at the time, just so hard to do. But got in touch with the beauty of the internet.
Because
got
that
in
can
touch
get
with
costly, right? Flying.
It is.
I mean,
That's your huge cost.
yeah,
that's your
our
huge-
first
your travel.
Our first 2. What was this? This next tour will be our 12th, I believe, or is it our 13th?
11, 12, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think the last one was 11, so I believe this next
Wow.
one this next one will be the 12th tour. But our first 2 tours, we barely scraped by. We barely made enough money on the first tour to fly home.
oh
You
wow.
basically, you came home, you worked, you made enough money to put your foot in the door. So you
Okay.
were paying to play, basically. And
Okay, yeah.
Because when you go to a whole different country, no one knows who you are. No
Right.
one cares.
You want to get your name out
Yeah,
there.
and I have to say, with a band like we have, everything that we've always done has been out of our own pocket. So
Okay.
from the very first tour, it was only a month-long tour, but we didn't come back starving, and that led to, well, I want to go out let's try 2 months. And we came back with a little bit of money in our pockets. So it was just always that motivation was there to continue and push harder and harder and harder.
Right.
We've just been very fortunate that people seem to like us and come to our shows, but everything's been out of our own pockets, and it will continue to be. We've never had a label behind us sending us over to Europe, and we're
And you manage yourselves, so you don't have a manager there.
Right.
You don't really have the overhead that.
no
other bands.
For a time, we had a booking agency.
Yeah.
But that was because we were still working normal day jobs.
Okay.
And booking a full tour, that can be a job in and of itself. So. I just know from the first couple of years of me booking the tours, I would get done working, and I would spend hours afterwards just trying to line up, and then a show would fall through.
That
and
can be
then
nerve-wracking as hell.
I
man.
get off work at 6 o'clock before I know it's 11 o'clock at night. And
Yeah.
I'm just sending emails.
Oh
out.
wow! So you guys basically do like one-night shows, or
We do a show a night, maybe 6 nights a week.
okay,
So
okay.
that would be our normal.
So you're not at a
Typical
venue. Yeah.
Oh wow! It changes.
It's
It
a lot.
really depends on the region you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be in a corner bar that can fit 150 people one night, and then we could be in a theater that holds 3,000.
Wow.
It varies because our fan base, the type of music that we play, our fan base, different regions, it grows, or maybe there's only a few people that are familiar with us.
Well, I know on Facebook, your Facebook page, you got over 91,000 likes. So I mean, that's pretty impressive.
But that's one way to get to that is by playing. A lot of bands will play the A or B markets.
Okay.
Well, we always were like, well, why go and play just major cities? There's towns and places. There's a Garden City that has a club in everywhere between here to California.
Right,
And
right.
so we would hit the A, B, C, D markets.
Okay.
And that would fill our nights up. And
Now, have you ever opened for any major bands?
We just
Big
did
names?
a tour earlier this year with a band called Reverend Horton Heat.
Okay.
Which was in our world was a big deal for us.
Okay,
It was
okay.
actually one of the reasons Vic started playing bass.
Yeah, one of my first major influences.
Oh, wow.
Seeing them on
Awesome.
MTV and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's
So,
cool.
So that's one of those marks, you notch off on the belt.
Yeah, we're still reaching for Alice Cooper. We haven't gotten.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
far
yeah.
yet.
There you go. That'd be sweet.
We're
right?
trying.
Yeah.
Bring back that state.
Well, you
fair.
never know. You never know, man. Think positive. Yeah, bring back the.
Yeah, right.
So, I know you talked about you're going to be playing at the Token Lounge in Westland there coming up.
Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, we're going to be playing there.
Any tickets still available, or is it sold out? Or?
Can get them on our site. Do a little plug there, coffincatsrock.com. That's we
Cheryl
have
was
them,
thinking maybe we'd stop by and see.
Yeah,
think I can
come
get
on
in
by.
there.
Yeah, it'll be a good time, and it's that night alone is always a good time for bars and restaurants and whatnot.
Yeah, the night before the holiday.
It's a huge one.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then we got friends of ours coming up from Missouri called Brutally Frank, and they're going to come up and enjoy the show with us. So it's going to be a good night. So
Awesome.
Also, Dead and 5 out of Ann Arbor. Yep.
So what other dates you got coming up? You got the Token, and then what's...
doing that, and then we just announced December 26th we're playing Black Christmas downtown. Actually, it's an event that's been happening every year.
Oh, yeah, where's that?
Majestic Theater.
Oh, at the Majestic?
Yeah, right off Woodward there.
Yeah.
There's a band called Suicide Machines that have been playing. They were years they've been playing, so they sparked back up. 4 years now? Black Christmas is gone.
And that's when? December?
26th.
Yeah, I
Day
believe
after.
is this the fourth one?
Fourth one, and they do it, and it's anyone that's been to the Majestic. It's that big hall down there. It's a big place. And they
Yeah, it
always
is, yeah.
pack it out. It's a good
Yeah,
time. So.
yeah.
I'll be in Detroit at the theater on December 26th also, but it's
Oh, yeah,
that
you're
one on
going...
Grand Boulevard. It's called
Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, no. We already saw Dirty Dancing.
What are you
Going to
seeing?
the Opera House?
Yeah, I think we are actually.
Oh, it's not the Fisher.
It's a Fisher Theater, part of the Fisher series, but I think
Oh.
the next two plays are at the Opera House.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I got you.
That's where I proposed to my fiance.
Really?
Wow.
Beautiful setting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you just got married, Eric, right?
Yeah,
Or
back
get-
in March.
Back in March.
Back in March.
Congrats.
And thanks. And Vic's getting married in August.
Yeah, August.
Zach, Vic, Zach.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I called
yeah,
Vic,
you know,
No, it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, let's hear the story
To
about
clarify on that, you know, it actually started from being in junior ROTC in high school,
Okay.
where everyone referred to everybody as the last name,
that. Right.
and my last name being Victor, which is kind of like
Sure,
a first
yeah.
name.
Yeah. It is,
Vic
yeah.
just kind of caught on,
Okay.
and
Makes sense. Okay.
yeah. So it's interchangeable.
So if I call you Vic, you're going to answer
Yeah,
that.
of course. Yeah, it's gotten to the point now where Eric. It's funny. We all have nicknames for each other. Being in a band and being
What's
friends.
What's this, guys?
I don't know if I can mention that.
Well, this is my last
Yeah, I've
name
been
was-
called
my
a
last
lot of
name is
things, too.
Walls, so if you,
Walls. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
there you go.
Yeah, I think that's good. I like it. All right, so you're going to be at the Token Lounge. You're going to be at the Majestic. Then you're thinking you're going in July. You're going back over to Europe.
Yes, that
Doing
we're
tours?
working on that right now. Actually, a few days after we play that Majestic show, we're heading down to Dallas.
Oh,
to
okay.
do a New Year's Eve show
Oh.
with actually Reverend Horton Heat, the band we had mentioned earlier.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That'd be big.
We're playing at the Gas Monkey, which if anybody watches that show,
on Discovery, I think, isn't it?
yeah, I'm trying
Oh.
to think of the name of the show. It's the Gas Monkey Garage Show.
Yeah, I can't think of that.
It's the guy that wheels and deals all the
Yeah,
hot
yeah,
rods,
yeah,
but
yeah,
he,
yeah.
he runs that place.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be neat to check that venue out.
Wow, so you're still getting the name out there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
So how do you guys get around from venue to venue? You got like a tour bus or what?
We got a
Or
E350
a VW
van.
bus?
You haven't seen the black van pull up there at Juicy Cafe?
No,
You
I
ever
haven't.
Pull up in it?
No.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Tour around
diesel
in it.
E350.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a trailer. we
Serves
pull
its
up in.
purpose, right?
Yeah. We used to tour around in a shuttle bus.
Okay,
You know, like
okay.
the kind you see at the airport.
Yeah.
And it was cool because we stripped it out and put IKEA bunk beds.
No way.
One along the back of it, and then
Sweet.
one along the side of it.
IKEA.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
love IKEA,
everywhere.
man.
It was, you know what, when we got spoiled, we got spoiled, but it didn't have heat and it didn't have air conditioning.
Oh, yeah,
And
that
we would
be-
tour through some of the most grueling weather.
Ooh,
you
I
know.
can imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We don't do that anymore.
No.
We tour with the weather now.
Yeah.
We used to just go where.
So how do you do it in Europe now? I mean, you fly there and
We got a guy that basically we had to get a base over there first. That was a big thing. His base is very specific to him.
Okay.
But then we usually rent backline cabinets, drums, whatever. And then we got a buddy, Rock, who does all of our. He has a van. He helps us book, gets our merchandise, gets everything lined up for us. And then we usually
good.
start with him, and he's in Italy. Start with him in Italy, tour around, and in Italy, go home.
wow.
Yeah, we tour.
pretty
We
sweet.
tour around. It's a Ford. It's
See a
funny.
lot of country, huh?
They just brought these vehicles over now, but it's the Ford Transit van. They've had them over there forever. But
Oh yeah, I've seen. Yeah, kind of
the
boxy. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So we all squeeze into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can almost stand up in those suckers.
Yes,
I mean they're
Yeah,
tall.
they're nice. The Sprinter style. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so you guys, I mentioned you're on Facebook. Just search for Coffin Cats,
You
right?
Google Coffin Cats, all of our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff.
Yeah, I went on Google Images and do Coffin Cats. All your pictures come up, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
that's great.
wow. I mean, you're all over the place.
12 years of pictures now. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a lot. We got to be close to 2,000, 2,500.
Yeah, and people can
shows.
actually see your tats too
Yes.
when they go on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all over.
And the progression of them.
You're right. Yeah, it's funny because I know usually around what year it was of the picture,
Yeah.
depending upon how much.
Oh,
I
okay,
have.
yeah, right. So you got sleeves or no?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, all the way up.
Wow, cool. All right, so you got, I said, over 91,000 likes on Facebook. So you're trying to hit the 100,000 mark. So
We're going
see what
for
we
it.
can do.
We'll see.
That's real impressive.
We're gonna have a party at GC Cafe when we do.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah, if people want to follow your dates and tour dates and that, will you post them on your Facebook page and that? Or
We do post them there. Usually the first place it goes up is the coffincatsrock.com. That's where we keep any kind of
your
merchandise, shows coming up. Any kind of information we try to announce first, we do it there, and then it does filter through the Facebook, through the Twitter, through the Instagram, as much as we can, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, social media. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Oh, tell me about it. It's a great tool, man, but
Yeah.
wow, it can be.
Yeah.
It's a job.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know, I take care of like 4 or 5 Facebook pages for people. And it's like crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
All right.
merchandise, you
Yeah.
have T-shirts, you have CDs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Have it all.
We found that the one of the first lessons we learned in touring was that, well, the clubs aren't going to pay you gas money. The clubs, when you're trying to establish your name,
Oh, yeah, right.
if you're lucky, here's a pizza, here's
Yeah,
Sue's-
free drinks.
here's some PBR.
Yeah.
And if there's anything left over from the door after, we'll see what we can do to help you down the road.
Wow.
That was the first few tours.
Yeah.
But from the very first tour, I had T-shirts printed up, and they were gone, like halfway into the tour.
Wow.
And so that was what helped fund that very first tour, was just merchandise sales.
Uh-huh.
And then the light bulb went off, like, oh yeah, okay, I have to really focus on getting cool artwork for the band, and with the help of Sam Wolf, who was the name originator.
Okay, yeah.
He always made great artwork. And so it's always been our thing where our biggest bread and butter has been merchandising.
Mm-hmm.
And we became kind of that band that when people would come to the shows, they would know, like, look over at the merch wall. We would have road cases filled with merchandise, and
Wow.
you look over, it looked like a store was set up.
Oh, that's cool.
Because
that's cool.
with
That's real professional, though. You know, it is. It looks good.
Yes, and we try to always present ourselves in the most professional way,
Mm-hmm.
you know, while being as down to earth as possible. But we're like, hey, nice to see you. Hey,
Yeah.
Here's our merch wall.
Right. Yeah. Hey, autograph that T-shirt, man, if they want it.
The other thing too was, with every tour that we did, I always wanted to get new merchandise and retain the old merchandise. So
Okay.
first tour, a couple shirts. Second tour, some more shirts.
Yeah.
We were up to I think 15 shirts.
Yeah, 15, 16.
At
Wow.
one time.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot to manage.
Well, that's a great segue. Speaking of T-shirts, now let's switch gears here and talk about your business that you guys.
I love
open.
the segues.
Yeah. Segways are awesome. They're awesome. You just opened. Well, how long you been open?
We opened up in January. Well, we rolled the idea because we were doing our own merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were working with different groups, getting it printed, and then what? 3 years ago, we started getting patches done for ourselves, and it kind of like put a light bulb on. Like,
Embroidered patches.
Yeah, embroidered patches.
Yeah.
Why don't we just make our own patches? We're paying a lot of money. We're getting them from Canada.
Embroidery's big. People like embroidered
It is,
stuff.
you
I'm
know,
telling
but
you.
the equipment's
And I'm going to be
expensive.
giving you some of our stuff I want
Great,
you to
great.
play with.
And so we started just messing. We got one machine,
Uh-huh.
just doing coffin cat stuff. That was the idea. And then I think a tour goes by, and me and Vic start looking at each other. And then someone calls us. They seen the machine at my house. You know, I was doing it at my house.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, do my patches. And then the light bulbs turn on.
These are like other bands? Or?
Other bands,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
So why aren't
Sweet, man.
we doing more stuff? And then we actually turned into a business, ID Merch, in January.
Uh-huh.
We got the place over here.
Yeah.
Down on
Cherry
Cherry Hill.
Hill,
Cherry Hill,
Merriman,
Merriman.
next
Yep.
to the mechanic shop.
Yep.
Can't tell we're in there. We don't have a sign yet.
No, yeah. I was asking Mike, now which building are you? You're the wood
middle
solid one. Yeah, with no
Solid
windows
one,
or
yeah.
nothing.
With
Okay.
low profile.
Yeah.
It just started off all word of mouth because
Yeah.
we didn't know what we were getting into. We didn't know if it was going to take up. We had no idea. We're just like, we're going to go for it. We went for it.
Yeah,
And
at the same time of moving into the building, we had found a good deal on screen printing equipment.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's business, they were closing it down,
Uh-huh.
and they had it listed on Craigslist, and we came in there and picked up the equipment. And
Cool.
And so it was. The idea was, all right, Eric, you got the embroidery machine. You've had it at your house. That's going to be your department. You figured all that out. And then I was like, well, I'll do the screen printing aspect of it. And same thing. I print up some shirts, and people go, oh, where are you getting your shirts done? I go, actually, I'm making the shirts now. And they go, really? Can you make our shirts?
There you go, man. And it snowballed.
Yeah, I would say 90% of our business at this point has just been from friends telling friends telling friends. And we have bands hitting us up now. And bands, but also friends of bands that have
different businesses.
You know, we'll do shirts for bars or restaurants or anybody. I mean, if you need a shirt done, we will be happy to do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We had no idea going into it that it could do that and could be that, you know, for us. And it was something for us that we were able to stay within our field. You know, we're working with the bands we love. We were
Yeah.
working with our friends.
Right.
And it gave us something.
Still have that connection.
We still have that connection, yeah. So whether we're on the road or not on the road, we're still connected to what we love doing.
Yeah.
And that was important for us, you know.
And hey, when you got downtime with the band, then you can fall back on this and play around with that, or
Vice versa, yeah.
Yes. And
vice versa.
The other part of it too was the idea of, like, you know, I don't want to get into our pricing and everything on this,
Yeah.
but what we were offering, the services that we were offering, we did it in the mind of, okay, when we do the pricing, obviously we're not going to shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
But we're dealing with friends, bands, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We know, just personally being in a band and living on the road, you need to be able to
The expense
you
in
need
that.
to be able to make this much off of every
Affordable.
shirt that you sell.
Yeah.
And you can't be spending this much and also expecting to pay for, you know, buy gas and all that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we really keep our pricing in mind. And just it's like our little way of kind of giving back to the music scene.
yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then you want it affordable for the band too. I mean, especially if they're a band just starting out.
Exactly.
I mean, that's
because we've been there. We were there.
Yeah, you've been
We're not
there.
afraid.
You
We're not
know.
afraid to do the work and put a few extra hours in if it's going to help a friend out. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, and they'll remember that. Let me tell you, they remember it.
It's like I was saying, the word of mouth, just people saying, "Hey,
Yep.
go with these guys; they're going to help you out." I'd rather stay busy than twiddle my thumbs waiting for the next big dollar sign to come through the door.
Well, you did some stuff, samples for Tony, and I saw that. He told me about it, and then Mike told me about it, and then, now I'm
Yeah.
going to give you my logo and see what you
That
can
order
do.
is
And
actually on the block here. We got some campaign stuff. Yeah.
the name of the business, ID Merch.
ID Merch.
That's
yep.
probably short for what, merchandise?
It's short for Industrious Dudes.
Industrious Dudes?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like it.
I'm wearing it.
Oh, okay, there you go.
The camera guys that one. Right?
Industrious Dudes, ID. Okay, cool. I got it. So you have one embroidery machine, you said?
We have 6 now.
Started with one.
Holy
Started
cow.
with one.
And is that just like a big sewing machine, or what is it?
It's a sewing
It's
machine.
programmed?
on
Is that how you-
steroids.
you
It's
program
really
it?
big. It comes in. It's called digitizing.
Okay.
And that's the program that goes in the machine. So
Okay.
It's like a CAD program.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
It operates like a CNC machine.
Okay, gotcha. And then screen printing is
Yeah, we
have
do
machines for
manual
that?
screen printing, so I actually do every shirt by hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many of those can you put out in an hour?
It really depends upon how many colors you want.
Yeah, that's
How much
true.
coffee we had for the
How
day.
much?
How wired you are, huh?
How many colors you want, and how frustrated I get if one screen decides to go out of registration.
Right. And let's see, you opened when? You said January?
January, yeah.
So not that long ago.
Not that
Coming
long
up on
ago
a
at all.
year, really.
Yeah.
And you're located at Cherry Hill, Merriman.
Yep.
And you're going to be expanding, I think.
We are
You can
expanding.
say that.
We're definitely working on it.
Yeah, another thing, we don't have a storefront. We decided not to have a storefront.
It's a brick and mortar, but people can't necessarily. I mean, they can come in there, right?
Oh, we would love to show people things.
Okay.
Yeah, but we usually do it like send us an email and come
Yeah.
on by because
Okay.
we don't hold normal hours. We could be there. We could
That's
be
the
there
thing,
from
yeah.
midnight to 6 in the morning.
It's
sometimes.
pretty much by appointment, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're there, you're there.
That
you know.
sounds fancy, but yeah, it is kind of just.
It's true, though.
yeah.
I mean, you never know. Things come up, right? If people want to get in touch with you, they can email you at idmerch, MERCH, at hotmail.com, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
What about a phone number? Want to put a phone number out? Hi, everybody. It's Kerry. Last night we had some technical difficulties, and we lost about 2 to 3 minutes, if that, of video. So it was right at the point where do we want to give a phone number for Coffin Cats? They don't actually have a direct phone number, but they said you can contact them once again through idmerch, MERCH, at hotmail.com. Or you can go to Coffin Cats Rock. That's KOFFINKATSROCK.com. That is our website. All their information's over there as well. So I apologize for any technical difficulties, but I hope that covers it. Once again, you can email them at idmerch, MERCH, at hotmail.com. And that is Eric and Zach. Appreciate your time. And enjoy the rest of the show.
Past due, they allow you to make arrangements to set up a payment plan, and a whole bunch of people finally found out that hey, the deadline was coming, and they were about to be evicted because they'd ignored everything in the past. Now I know a lot of these people had ran into some challenging financial times, but as I said, the county is typically willing to work with people to set up.
Yeah, there's a
plan
lot
so
of
that-
programs out there.
so that you can.
Save.
Yeah, you can pay a portion of it
Yeah.
that fits into your budget and still maintain your home.
Yeah.
And you,
Through Wayne County.
yeah, you'd contact
Yep.
Wayne County,
Yep.
and
There's several programs that allow you to, work something out with the
Yeah.
county where you can save your home.
Yeah.
Also,
They
water
advertise-
bills were added on that too.
yeah, they advertise the HARP program on the radio a lot. I've heard that.
Yeah, HARP program.
Yeah.
HARP.
Yeah, the water bills, if theirs aren't paid, get added to the taxes as more of the amount that's due.
And we-
one
Garden
of the
City.
one of the problems is that if you haven't paid your water bill, we still provide you with water.
Yep.
We still provide you with sewage.
Services.
You still provide you with the services to fix the pipes and what happened when they break out
Yeah.
in the street and what have you. But the people who are paying for it are the ones who are actually paying their bills.
Yeah.
And so you're subsidizing people who aren't able to do it or aren't doing it.
Yeah.
It's
And Garden City lost $70,000 in unpaid water bills. So, with these homes, I feel for them, but bottom line, you got to pay your taxes.
if you yeah
Yeah.
The
make a move.
The documentation that they send you, though, it has all of the help programs on it. I know this because I went through it personally, saving a house for my dad
Okay.
back when he was still alive. I came off of a tour and found foreclosure notices, and basically you're getting kicked out of your house in a month's time. Start
Right.
packing.
Right. So you do get notices. I mean,
Yeah, and I mean, this was
and there's ways
this was
of-
5 years ago.
Okay.
But I imagine that there's even more now than there was then.
yeah.
But there's things there when you get your notices saying here's how we can help
Exactly.
you. We want to help you.
Yep.
I feel bad for I still
Oh, we
I
all
feel
do.
bad for everybody.
We
but
all do.
You're only hurting yourself if you're
Yeah.
not helping yourself.
Right. Exactly. And
some
correct me if I'm wrong, but it was 5 years, right? Now it's 3 years.
Yeah,
you
I
have to
think-
pay your taxes.
I think so. It's
Yeah,
3
they
years.
changed that.
And it was,
But there's several programs.
Yeah, and it's
I don't have the facts, but
if those programs, a lot of those programs, if you can meet them at least part of the way,
Yep.
they will, because they don't want to kick you out of the house.
No.
They want to keep you in there. So
Yep,
you
yep.
can-
And let's face it, the city and Wayne County, they're not in the real estate
it's
business.
gonna
They don't
cost
want
more
your
money.
home.
It's going to cost more money in the long run to have to deal with
Right.
a vacant house and
Yep.
flipping it over.
Yep.
They want you in there. They want to keep it maintained.
Yeah, yeah.
That was, like I said, it's a situation I went through personally.
So yeah, there you go. There's a good example.
and apparently it was said, now I don't have facts because I'm not on the inside on this, that some of these people, like 7 of them, had actually set up payment programs to pay the taxes. And one of them made 2 payments and the others made 1, and they never made another one.
It was also stated that once I got that program for my dad, if we missed 1 payment, that was it. You're
Mm-hmm. Okay.
done. So
Okay.
there's a 0 tolerance for missing anything.
Yeah.
Because basically you're asking them, hey,
Which
cut
makes
this in.
sense. I mean, what the heck? You've had
Yeah.
3 years or whatever, 5 years to.
You negotiate a payment program with them, and I mean,
It's like a contract.
We had to
It
get
really
it down
is.
as low as possible so that we could get it within the budget
Mm-hmm.
that him and I were able to afford.
And you utilized it and was successful.
Yeah, because
Awesome.
it is, but it was, there was scraping by because if you miss one, that's it. You're
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
we're
that's,
coming to get your house.
Pretty nerve wracking,
So-
I know.
Yeah,
I would
It
guess
is.
that the only recourse these people have is really to go to the courts. They're not going to get recourse.
Well, it's probably going to end
Prevents
up in
from
the
Garden
courts,
City.
but yeah, Garden City.
has no control over it that
No.
they can do anything.
No.
And Wayne County has already acted on it and as far as they intend to. So
Yeah, time is run out. Really has. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a bad situation. So I hope things get resolved. But hey, I wanted to mention guest 3 in the chat room is John Quinn. John Quinn has joined us.
Oh yeah, this
And,
is the second week in a row we've had a former Garden City resident who's made good and came back to town to tell us about it.
John Quinn was our speaker at the Veterans Day event, and he lives in Phoenix now. I'll give you a little background. And he was our guest last week, and he is a retired Navy Chief Petty Officer, and he kept for 20 years. He had a 20-year career. Kept it secret that he had cerebral palsy from the Navy, and made it through for 20 years. He wrote that book behind you there called Someone Like Me, and it's quite a book.
Have you had a chance to finish it, Gary?
No, I haven't
I
yet.
finished it last night.
And I know David read it on the plane. He read the entire book on the plane. David Knisik, our state senator, and he just announced the other day that he sold out completely on Amazon. So, yeah, that's very, very good. Congratulations, John. And he said, great show, great to hear of other Garden City guys doing so well, John Quinn. So,
Absolutely.
thank you, John.
yeah, so that's awesome. He's a good guy. Very, very emotional and very inspiring story, really is.
Privilege to have him as a
And he was at the restaurant, I know.
guest at my restaurant.
Yeah,
It is,
I was blessed to meet this gentleman.
yeah.
yeah, he is.
He's very inspirational.
very, and
His speech at the Veterans Day
If you
about
can go-
what it means to be a veteran was very moving.
go on the Garden City website, and they have it on their YouTube. Click the YouTube button, and they got it on there, and you'll be amazed. It was really, really good. He did a great job. So thank you, John. Nice to see you there.
Yep.
All right.
Glad you made it back to Phoenix okay.
Yeah, made it back. Everything's cool.
We'll
He's
be
back.
we'll be playing in Phoenix in March, I believe. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
awesome.
maybe we'll see you out there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
He'll be very happy to meet you guys.
Yes, he would. I'm telling you, this guy is fantastic, man. Fantastic. Real patriot. All right, moving on. Are you a business owner, citizen, or community advocate interested in serving the business community? If so, the Garden City Business Alliance is looking for you. Becoming a member is very easy. Just visit their website at gcbiz4a135.org or go to their Facebook page at facebook.com/community Garden City Business Alliance. I always say Garden City Community. All right, where you'll find all the information you'll need to become a member. You can also call 734-788-9319, or better yet, why not come to their next meeting, which will be December 11th at 6:30 at Gordon Chevrolet. What do we got? Who is this?
Sharon.
Hey, hi Sharon. How you doing? Sharon Hassett is here from the Straight Farmhouse and the Garden City Business Alliance. Let's see. Our next meeting, like I said, December 11th, will be at Gordon Chevrolet, and I will give more information to you on that near the end of the show. Please bring your ideas, business cards, because networking is what it's all about. So why not consider joining the Garden City Business Alliance and be a part of moving our business community forward? Okay, before we sign off tonight, if you would like to become a volunteer for any of the DDA events, please call 734-261-2830. And if you would like to help out the Goodfellows, make a donation, you can call 734-679-7838. You'll get a recording, and they will get back to you. And once again, if you would like to become a member of the GCBA or a volunteer for any of their upcoming events, please call 734-788-9319. And we are joined by Sharon Hassett. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So what's going on?
Just stopping by. Thought I'd catch Richard here tonight. I got a picture for him, but
Oh, yeah, Richard is
save
off.
until next week.
Okay, yeah. He'll be here. Well, actually, next week we're off. He'll be back December 3rd.
Okay.
But, hey, good to see you.
Yeah, just got off work. Thought I'd stop by and say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Stick around. We're almost done here. Well, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. I want to thank our guests tonight, Mr. Eric Walls and Zach Victor from the band Coffin Cats, who you can follow on Facebook at facebook.com/CoffinCats, and also owners of ID Merch, screen printing, and embroidery. You can also email them at idmerch@hotmail.com. Also, thanks to my co-hosts, Tom and Mike. Great job as always. And thanks to everyone who will be downloading the show later. And for those that will be watching us on YouTube, we really appreciate your support every week. Remember, the audio from tonight's show will be made available on our Facebook page at facebook.com/communitychat shortly after we sign off tonight, and also on our main show page at talkshoe.com, show ID 82757. And look for the video of tonight's show tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. We had a little technical difficulty with our video, but hopefully we'll salvage enough of it anyway. Okay, don't forget the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to drtomsweather.com. So on behalf of Tom and Mike, this is Kerry. Take care. And we will see you Thursday, December 3rd, 8 p.m. right here on TalkShoe.com. Show ID 82757. Have a very happy Thanksgiving and good night.